Yeah, notice that in the content of the magazine, it covers a wide variety of areas that, you know, it's a little bit for everybody
Yes.
in that context. So that I can appreciate,
Hmm.
you know, branching out. So okay, now when you first did the magazine and you were building the content
Hmm.
for it, I mean, what was the reception like when you know meeting the guests, particularly
Hmm.
either motorcycle gangs, other
Hmm.
mechanics? Because again,
Hmm.
on the surface,
Hmm.
Tim, when you're approaching
Right.
them, it's like, what does he know about bikes?
Right.
It's like,
Right.
again, it's just it is what it is, but obviously we rise above that.
Well, the main thing that saved me was just my upbringing. It's like when you grow up in that world, you just know how to handle yourself. And before I really got deep into it, and the magazine was really out on the streets here in LA, I spent like 2 years just going to swap meets and club rallies. Like I went to the Hell's Angels swap meet in 2001, I think it was,
Did you know?
and I went by myself because I knew I had to go by myself, and I made sure when I was there that I just focused on the bikes and I wasn't trying to make friends with anybody. And everybody's really cool when they realize that you're really about the bikes. They, you know, it's like a common language. It's like being a musician, you know, it's like jamming with somebody, you know, you speak that language. And so the reality is I've had very few problems because people know I'm insane about motorcycles.
Right.
So
Your passion. Is
right,
yeah.
right. So once they get that, man, you know, you're all speaking the same language. So it's really been a cool thing.
Right on. Here, Arcus, I'm speaking with Tim Stevens, editor, founder, and creator of Chopperhead magazine. And again, he's joining me here today for not only for content for his magazine, but we finally got our schedules together, and we're going to be part of the family, so to speak.
Yes.
So now that's very interesting that you decided to go that route, Tim,
Hmm.
and you're still doing it because
Hmm.
obviously the magazine is not only this print.
Yeah, I finally figured out that I'm going backwards. I realize that online is the way to go.
Cost effective in this day and
Right,
age,
right.
these economic times. So, and the beautiful thing is, distribution aside, in the print
Hmm.
media,
Uh huh.
anything online, anyone in the world can see it.
Yeah, and instantly.
Yeah. So, and it obviously gives you additional credibility if someone's never heard of the magazine,
Hmm.
especially record companies or other companies that you approach to put in the magazine. At
Hmm.
least you have this available where they can see it at any time.
Right.
So, very good. Cool. I think this is definitely, you know, a first time where someone who has a magazine with this type of content
Hmm.
of your stature, and
Hmm.
especially here in Los Angeles, it's got to be trying. But you've been at it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, passion for the scene, passion
Hmm.
for the music, is that what keeps you going?
Yeah, you know, and also I meet incredible people. You know, I mean, I know a lot of really famous people in show business because of this magazine. You know, I just interviewed a guy last week who's in this big blockbuster movie coming out in July called Last Airbender.
Okay, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm meeting the people in that movie. They're in the bikes. I'm just amazed at who's in the bikes. You know, what 3 years ago I went to do a piece on Sully from Godsmack, and
Okay.
he basically let us shoot him in the middle of the arena while they were setting up the stage, and he pulled his bike in the middle, and you know, the same with the guys in Buck Cherry, and then Lemmy of Motorhead is constantly always giving me love, and the guys in Exodus.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it goes on, man. I mean, I'm forgetting like 99%, but I mean, we get a lot of metal guys. We're starting to branch into hip hop because, and oddly enough, the reason isn't because what most people might think is you black guys in hip hop, but it's because all the metal guys who I hang out with, that's what they listen to on their tour buses. So, yeah, so they're just like telling me, dude, when are you gonna get Bone Thug in the bag? And I'm like, why do you want to? What's all we listen to on the bus? And so,
Complete antithesis.
right, so yeah, I'm just going with what the audience tells me they want to see.
Right on.
I'm truly a crowd pleaser.
Well, as you should. I mean,
Yeah.
the day in and day out of interaction with all these different musicians and whatnot. Because you know, at the end of the day, It's the content of what you want to put in the magazine, the presentation of Chopperhead, and then it's meeting all these different artists and stuff. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Tim, let's play a track, and we'll come back and chat some more. Again, Pure Rockers, go to chopperheadmagazine.com for more information. Let's come back with Tim Stevens. Right now, a little something from Judas Priest from Defenders of the Faith. This is Free Will Burnin'. You're listening to theloudest.com, the planet's KNAC.com.